Welcome to the live stream. Wait a minute, it's 2023. I should be saying how you be in 2023. We got an excellent live stream schedule. I know you're going to enjoy it. Let's get this party started. We'll play our members intro and then we're going to get started. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the stream. First of all, we got to welcome in our newest silver member. What is going on, my bro, David Hunt? I appreciate you for joining and becoming a silver member. I edited Nightbot right before the stream started. That way, your link will be dropped throughout the live stream, even if you are not here. And I will work on redoing the intro to include you in that as well. So I'll get that done tonight, and then we should be in good shape. Oh, look like somebody had a flat tire. Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out what was going on. This big truck had a flat tire. What's going on, my buddy Bethany? One busy mama. How are you doing, sis? Thank you for being here. My bro GT. What's good with you, GT? How you doing, fam? Thank you for coming through. All the way from Alaska. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. That is what I'm talking about. We got my bro Paul's Gaming in the building. What's good, fam? Paul said he's at 120 or 229 now. That is what is up, bro. So happy for your success and seeing you grow. That is good stuff, fam. That is good stuff. Then he hit that Geek Squad, try to get it to 230. You know what I mean? Get us one or two extra along the way. I see you, bro. I see you. We got my bro Rambo Green Hands. What's good with you, bro? What's good with you? Thank you for coming through and for showing some love on the stream. We appreciate you. Now, I don't have the English accent. Big bro Jay's got that down pat. But nonetheless, we are glad to have you here, my friend. We are glad to have you here. We got Jeremy from JNS Adventures in the building. What is going on, fam? Thank you for being here for the live stream. We appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you. Let's see. I think I can start right here. All right, let me see. What else we got going on? Let me kind of get caught up real quick. Then I got to get on the road and get toward this gym. Let's see. Oh, everybody, speaking to everybody, that's what's up. We got my sis, Sammy Joe, 1982. What is going on? How are you doing? Thank you for coming through. We appreciate you. Yes. Oh, thank you so much, Paul's Gaming. I really appreciate that, bro. That means a lot. I will make sure to catch that live stream. I'll circle back and watch that tonight. Thank you so much for the kindness. I appreciate you, fam. I really do. We got my buddy Martika in the building. How are you doing, sis? Thank you for coming through. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. I was looking at this guy. He's on a it's not electric because he put gas in it, and it's not quite a motorcycle. It's not quite a scooter either. It's something in between. I couldn't help but pay attention to it. I gotta pull my bike out the barn, y'all. I gotta pull my bike out the barn. That I have got to do. That I have got to do, and I have got to do soon. Yeah, that I've got to do that. I've got to do that. Let's see. Give me 1 second. I just gotta get this gas real quick, and then we're gonna get the story started because I got some stuff to tell you. All right, y'all. We're gonna get this thing going. So I heard the phrase that is the title of our live stream this weekend, and it was so impactful to me that I had to share it with everyone. Okay, channel review. Okay, I got you, Paul. I got you. Thank you, fam. We appreciate you. Cruising is fun anytime. My buddy Cheryl. How you doing, sis? I'm in here just talking. I'm about to get a whole tank of fill up. I don't need to do that right now. Y'all know I don't like spending money on gas. I can't fill up. That hurt my heart. Too much. I'll pause reminding everybody to hit Geek Squad. That way we can all connect with each other. That is what is up. Hey, we got my bro, Big Roo, aka Big Rooster Show. What's good with you, fam? Thank you for coming through. The hype man. I call him Mr. Hype Man. You know what I mean? He called me 10 names, but I know he got by 6. Let's see. I said 6. I did not say Siri. Stop it. Good gracious. Boy, you can't even have a conversation. All right. So, the phrase that I heard, that's the title of the live stream, is when an old man dies, a library burns. And when I tell you, you know it, Rooster. You know it, Ruru. So when I heard this phrase, It reminded me of something that Jay at African Dreaming always says, that the biggest the biggest lost wealth of knowledge is in a cemetery, something to that effect. So when I heard this particular phrase, it put me in the mind of that. But I kind of wanted to delve into it just a little bit and kind of talk about this thing. That's it. Thank you so much, my dear friend Sammy. I appreciate you. So what does that phrase mean? That phrase means that there is oftentimes knowledge that people take to their grave, whether intentionally or unintentionally. Now, we're going to take some time and we're going to talk about both. But for the sake of our discussion right now, we're going to start with the unintentional. Now, the unintentional is probably one of the biggest categories in which this happens. And what does that mean? So there's certain things that I've learned along the way in running our YouTube channel. And there's a reason why we do quick tech tips and why we cover so much information in our live streams. Because when something happens to me, I don't want knowledge and history. See, that's what I'm talking about, Sammy Joe. That's what I'm talking about. It means loss of history. Knowledge and history is oftentimes lost because it is never shared. It's never shared. Rambo, bro, that's it. That's it. Yes, there's stories and life experience. That's what we're talking about, bro. That's what we're talking about. So y'all are with me. Y'all are with me. Y'all get where I'm coming from. So what happens is, when it comes to this unintentional category, how many things in a day do we say that we're going to do, but we never get around to doing? Or we say we want to accomplish, but life just gets in the way and we don't get a chance to do it that day. So we say, you know what? I'll do it tomorrow. And when it comes to this thing about knowledge, you know what I mean? Especially if there are those that you care about, dare I say those that you love, why not share that knowledge with them? You know what I mean? It may seem like it's something that they'll never use or something that they won't need, but there's a reason why we should share knowledge, period. And it's because we don't know when that knowledge could be applicable to somebody else. You just don't know. Rambo said, remember, we are all books. Yes, sir. Most don't write it down. We say it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. You're right, Rambo. Very well said. Very well said. So the question is, like what Rambo was just saying, how do we fix this issue? And the biggest way is sharing the knowledge that we have. There is, look at what we're accomplishing together as a community right now. We have had the opportunity to help channels to become monetized. We have had the opportunity of helping channels to hit milestones, like getting Paul's Gaming to 200 subscribers. There's things that we have accomplished together because of this community and sharing our knowledge. What's going on, my buddy Emma? How are you doing, sis? Thank you for coming through. So simply put, the point is we have to share the knowledge that we have. We just have to share it. We just have to share it. Because if I learned something and it took me, let's say that it took me 20 years to learn how to take an engine out of a car in under a day. That's time, that's experience, that's different models, that's experience as a mechanic. Now, if I don't share that knowledge with someone, when something happens to me, that knowledge goes away. And now someone else has to spend 20 years learning how to do what I already knew how to do, but I just didn't share with anybody. So it's important for us to share knowledge. Period. That's what we're talking about. That's the whole situation. We're going through this bad. Y'all bear with me. It's trying, y'all. It's trying. Give it just a second to get through this bad spot, and hopefully it'll be the only bad spot. Let's see, we're getting better. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Let's give it a second. Oh, okay. Thank you, big bro. I didn't realize y'all could hear me clearly. The only thing I could go by is the bar indicator. You know, it was down to one bar, so I wasn't sure if I was coming through. Thanks so much, big bro. I appreciate you. So Sammy Joe said, if you have time to sit with any elders, you should always do it. Sit and listen. It truly will be your blessing. That is it. That is it. It makes a big difference. It makes a big difference. Yes, Emma, I agree with Sammy as well. Oh, we got Jory in the building. What's going on, man? Everyone's having a great Monday. Wisdom, share your community. I appreciate that kindness. Thank you for sharing us out. And if you're watching the stream and you have the opportunity or the means to share the stream out, by no means is it a requirement, but we would appreciate it if you did that. It just helps us to be able to meet more people so that our streams can grow, because the more that our streams grow, the more that we all grow, we gain new people, and it helps us to reach milestones. Thanks so much, Jory. I appreciate you, fam. So yeah, we got to share this knowledge. We got to share this knowledge because knowledge is power. And that's the thing. Knowledge is power. Now, how often as parents have we made statements like we want our children to have a better life than what we did? Or we want our relatives to have a better life than what we did. Now, we may work super hard in trying to make that happen for them. You know, we spending all kinds of time and money and working extra jobs and putting up savings accounts for them. Oh, man, that's what's up. Thank you so much, fam. Thank you so much. We do all of these things because we want them to have a better life than what we did. But sad to say, one of the things that we may not do is we may not share the information that can allow them to be better and have a better life than what they have. Oh, we got African Dreaming in the building. Oh, that's it. That's it, Emma. That is it. All right, I'm going to drop this link just in case. I don't know if African Dreaming is in a position to come up. And maybe Big Rooster, if you're in a position to come up, you're more than welcome to come up. We can talk about this thing as grown men and share some different perspectives to the situation. Because this is a good topic for us to discuss. It's a great topic for us to discuss, to be honest with you. So, I mean, we do all these things to help people because we want them to have a better life, because we love them, we care about them. But yet, it's often the simple things that we don't share. How to set up a bank account. How to balance a checkbook. A checkbook. What is that? If nobody shows you, how will you know? You see what I'm saying? Simple things. How to change a tire. Yeah, there's so many little things that we take for granted that we know and others will know. But if we don't share the knowledge, how will anyone find out? And I mean, we'll leave it at that. But I mean, we can go super deep on this thing as well. Okay, there we go. There we go. What's going on, big bro? Oh, I think you're muted.
Pole sana kaka. My bad, bro. I had my
What's,
mic muted.
boy, you come in with the key Swahili. Okay.
Oh shit, my bad. I should have said samahani. Excuse me. I'm sorry. My apologies, sir.
Man, I'm gonna learn some key Swahili from you. I'm putting these little giblets and phrases together. I'm gonna make me a little situation. So, what you think about the subject, big bro?
Oh man, it's deep content. I mean, it's a great subject, dude. It's something that really need to be I think discussed more and considered. Um, I kind of been in the bushes. I was just listening, doing some other stuff, and I was listening, and I'm listening to your words, and I mean, somebody got to say it. Somebody got to say it. What's not passed on is lost. Uh,
That's it.
when I was listening to you talk, I was thinking about the enormity that it which still exists outside of most Western traditions, but here in Africa, in the South, where I'm from, oral traditions are deep. They run deep, and that's all you talking about is passing on information, passing on knowledge through whatever form of communication. Uh, you passing it on. You're not hogging it to yourself.
That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. And that's this whole concept that I wanted to share. And hearing that phrase over the weekend, um, it instantly reminded me about what you always say about the cemetery. And
Oh yeah, yeah,
man, it's so true. Like so much knowledge is just lost because it's not shared.
yeah. And I'll be completely transparent, man. I understand why people are reluctant to, especially in the age of communication that we exist currently. Um, Sometimes it may not be received with the intent that it's disseminated. Sometimes it may not be received because it's falling on deaf ears. Um, it's a lot of motivations for reluctancy when it comes to sharing information. But when we find communities of people who are obviously like-minded, um, not holding that information into yourself I think that's invaluable.
It is. It is. And kind of to elaborate, dare I say, take it a step further based on what you
Take
just
it.
said.
There you go.
It reaches a point where the idea and the concept of sharing knowledge is to benefit others. But when you receive more flack, if you will, because of the knowledge that you shared, than if you had kept your mouth shut,
Yeah,
it's a natural tendency. Why should I say something if A, what I'm saying is not even going to be heard out, and B, I got to listen to people for the next 3 weeks tell me about how I don't know what I'm talking about?
exactly. Exactly. And that breeds concepts like I don't get in grown folk business. If you done
Uh-huh.
live through it, I see how people get there. I'm living proof of it. Um, I'm kind of growing out of that as I mature, as I get older. I'm kind of turning the leaf where I'm like, okay, I'll share it again, but even now it's still selective. But something else you said, I think it was I wasn't looking at the chat. I was switching over to come up, but I think you said something to Sammy Joe about elders, and I agree
Uh-huh.
100%. But I also think that with the level of technology that we all bombarded with day in and day out, it's not going anywhere. I think it's a two-way street, and a lot of the elders can in fact learn from some of the youth, because
Very
the
true.
elders are teaching you a world that was, and the youth teach us a world that is and the world that will be. So
Nah,
everybody got to be open-minded, bro.
that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. I like that. I like that. And I'm gonna tell you, it's funny because when you start to look at different civilizations,
Yeah,
the United
yeah.
States is one of the few where there is not a consensus to help one another.
Mm-hmm.
And when you start looking at other countries and cultures, kind of like what you alluded to earlier about Africa, there is an understanding and a habit of sharing.
Yes, customarily. Yeah, yeah.
Everybody does it. Everybody realizes the benefits of it. But man, over here, man, it's like, listen, you can't have my Lay's potato chips. You know what I mean? Even if there's 26 bags on the shelf, you can't have my Lay's potato. Really? You know?
Right, right. Yeah, it's built into the culture, man. That's why I'm real. I get it because I'm from there, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, other methodologies can work. But it literally takes eons and or centuries for something to be developed into a cultural norm. We're not
Mm-hmm.
talking about just customs and mores, and I mean a real cumulative cultural norm, bruh, that folk just rock with instinctively because it's literally locked into your DNA. So
Uh-huh.
uh I don't have the answers, man, but I will say that this subject is, I hope more people really kind of marinate on this, man, and open up and share with those that they deem worthy of sharing information and knowledge, and some heartaches, some difficulties, along with the joys and the successes of life, because that act in and of itself can keep somebody from feeling like they alone.
That ooh, that part. That part right there.
Yeah,
Because why should I have to start over when you have knowledge that can put me 5 steps closer to my goal? And I say you
exactly.
collectively. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
why are we forcing the next generation to relearn what we learned in addition to trying to learn something new when we could share that knowledge and it would help our children and our children's children to just be one step ahead of the game?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly. I've had conversations, man, with you, and
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you caught it yet or not. Some of the lives with Jegs and with
Uh-huh.
J3GS Farm and
Uh-huh.
Big Rooster, and I'm gonna tell you, man, seeing these cats share some of their stories, and some of the complexities of life, knowing that other men have been through that and survived. It's like, bruh, like, because I was fortunate. I'm still fortunate, but everybody don't have an uncle to talk to. Everybody doesn't have an auntie or a mom or a father, to turn to, or a trusted relative or whomever. And we got to navigate through this life feeling lonely, not knowing that everything that seemed like the worst thing in the world to us, not only has somebody else been through it, they already on the other side. So
That yeah, that part.
yeah, man, it's real.
And it's like if you've already navigated this maze, Why are you not leaving some breadcrumbs so that I don't have to bump into six walls to get to the other side?
Exactly. I really think, man, I think we got to give a lot of acknowledgement to the fact that uh being in the US, we in such a unique space where individualism is such a prominent form of the culture. Uh I mean, if you do the math on it, you almost have to anticipate the individualism taking over what once was. Because I've heard people younger than me, and I've even said myself, or at least thought it at times, well, this tradition is it's either antiquated or it don't really make sense no more. What's up, Tamika Davis? It ain't gotta be like that. So let's just let's bump that. But in many other parts of the world, people hold on and cling to traditions for just what we talking about right now. I literally know people over here that can tell me stories, oral oral history passed down from like 300
Wow,
years ago. 300, man,
that's crazy.
and put names to it. So
That's
yes,
crazy. That is crazy. And I tell you, just to kind of put a little bit of a fire under the kettle, so to speak, we don't know what's gonna happen to us. You see what I'm saying? I'm finna go to the
exactly.
gym. I'm finna go lift weights. Now I
Yeah,
don't want nothing bad to happen to me, but at this point, the way things are set up now, you could be sitting still in your couch watching TV, and all of a sudden a straight bullet from somebody around the corner who's mad at Pookie and them comes through your wall
yep,
and comes through your chest. You are
exactly,
minding your business in your own house.
exactly. Yeah, no, that's real, bro. That is real.
And
That's a
that
hundred
knowledge,
percent right there.
yeah, like now that knowledge is gone because you didn't have a chance to share it because you thought you had tomorrow.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, man. I can't agree with you more, bro. I think sometimes because of the conditioning of again societal pressures, uh, the structure of modern civilization, I think that we as individuals are coerced into the two things that we literally have either no control or limited control over. I think. Hold on, let me close this one. It's rainy season over here, man. It's finna get loud. Hold on a minute.
I hope y'all are enjoying this conversation. We're trying to talk about some things and some issues and something that you can take away with you and gnaw on a little bit after the stream. And just maybe in the process, we can all help each other to be just a little bit better.
Exactly, exactly. I hope it's not too loud, man. The
You
rain get
good?
loud over here during rainy season.
No, you
But
good.
man, I think we constantly suspended in the now. We literally exist in a continual, perpetual instant that flows in such a way it extends itself and draws itself out, and we call it time. But in all actuality, the past is gone. You can't change that. The future is going to be what it's going to be, and you have a little bit of control over that. But the control that you do have with regards to the future is set in motion in the now that you exist in. So if you think about it like that, why hold on to this? Like you said, you could be sitting on your couch, sitting in your car, on your job, at the schoolhouse, wherever, and you never know uh when you won't have that opportunity to say all the things you should have said, shared all the information you wish you had, you know, put up on other people. So why not, bro? Why not?
That's it. That's it. And man, I'm gonna tell you something. Working in IT, there's And often in general, people use this phrase "who's lost in cyberspace"
Mm-hmm.
because
Ah,
basically
yeah.
what that means, that 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 character, those keystrokes went somewhere that was not being saved, so they are forever
Right.
gone.
Right.
And
Right.
man, there's there's a such thing as being lost in human cyberspace, because that
Mm-hmm.
information,
Mm-hmm.
it disappears, it dissipates. There's no longer something that can hold and retain that information to share it further, so it's gone.
Right. Right. Right.
It's just gone.
I mean, what we gonna do with it? What we gonna do with it is the only thing we can do is have conversations like you having right now and encourage people who might be on the fence about what they want to talk about, what they want to share. It may be from a content creative space, it might be somebody in their family, but somebody out there somewhere sitting on something that they know to be true because it's either a lived experience or an observation of some form. Share it.
Hmm.
Share that
Yeah.
knowledge. Share that knowledge. Share that info with people because not only can you influence a life, you might save one.
Ooh, don't, bruh. Hold on, that's the gym right there now. That's the gym.
It's
Because
truth. It's truth.
hey, you think about the we'll take a surgeon for instance. The skill with which a surgeon has to perform a certain task. Let's say open heart surgery. We'll make it something extremely complicated. We'll err on the
Yeah.
side of exaggeration. Um,
Right.
Many go to school and learn how to perform the same surgery, but
Mm-hmm.
there's an innate experience of that physician or surgeon that has done it and maybe had a close call, but was quickly able to suture up an artery or what. I, I don't know the specifics because I don't know how to do it to start with. But
Right.
for the sake of argument, those kind of things have to be shared. And in the medical field, they are. That's why you have residency.
Mm-hmm.
You already
Mm-hmm.
know the knowledge. You know what I mean? You got the books. But residency is you learning and gaining experience to be able to be efficient at your job. And
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, why can't we do that in life? Period. Why can't we share knowledge, take somebody under our wing? You know, why not?
Well, I think it does exist, but the one thing is, man, it exists under uh almost as a curriculum of some sort. It's hey Miss Shirley, hey see the world, Big Rooster. It's almost like it exists under the guise of um it has a real orthodox pattern to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can get that from a mentor, you can get that from an internship. You might be on a job and somebody takes you under their wing and they kind of like, they guide you
Hmm.
along the way. But it's always instances instead of it being an open, free market of shared information because unfortunately, and it's regrettable, but I'm gonna say this: everybody trying to get ahead. Everybody trying to
Bruh.
get ahead. And sometimes we do live in a world. I ain't gonna say sometimes we live in a world where that one bit of information, and I use figuratively and literally, of information might give you a edge up on somebody else. So we'll sit on it and tuck it in our
Hmm.
back pocket and hope it could be to our benefit rather than the greater good of the collective. So yeah.
And man, I'm gonna tell you, as you were mentioning that, the only thing I could think about was crabs in a barrel. Because when you put crabs in a barrel, the only thing they want to do is get out. They don't care who they step on, what they got to do. They have one goal that is selfish, them only. I got to get out.
Yep. Yeah.
And you know,
Yeah.
it's sad in society that We got this same crabs in a barrel mentality of, man, if I let them know this, they might be better at it than me. If I let
Mm-hmm.
them know
Mm-hmm.
this, they might get something out of it before I can. If I let them know this, you see, like,
Yeah,
and I,
I know exactly what you're saying.
and I'm not sitting here saying give everybody your social security number. We ain't talking about. You see what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
We
Of course.
sharing in context. Um,
Right.
and even if you feel the need to hold on to information for a specific reason, why not make it temporary? At,
Right.
at
Right.
some point, why are we not sharing this? If you're that type of person, and I say you collectively, that you got to get yours first before you share, that's fine. I'm going to need you to hurry up and
Mhm.
get yours so you can share with everybody else. How about that?
Right. Right. Well, again, hey, bro, I completely understand, but what you just said gave me 2 points. One point is a barrel is not a crab's natural habitat, for one,
Ooh,
and
uh-huh.
for two, um, I think that just like that crab is in that barrel, I think some of the modern constructs of society is not our natural habitat.
Mm-hmm.
So I think us as humans, along with those crabs, have a shared behavior of trying to climb to the top to climb out
Mm-hmm.
for the same reasons, because none of us are in our natural habitat no more, like how we used to be, if
Mm-hmm.
that make any sense. And I think that it's a thin line, but I think a space, some kind of gray zone exists between what we see as a capitalist society versus a more communal society. I think a utopia, a complete utopia, is a stretch, and I think a completely capitalistic dominated society ain't working out either. So
Very
I
true.
think that's why we exhibit the behaviors we do and the reluctance to share all that knowledge, man.
It makes sense because I'm gonna tell you something. You know, I'm I'm fairly chocolate, but I ain't
Just a
talk
little bit, just a little bit,
just a
Yeah.
pinch. Uh, but I
Yeah,
ain't talk.
yeah.
I ain't talk till I'm blue in the face, and that I'm still not going to be able to convince everyone to feel the way that I feel because
Exactly.
as humans we have the ability to do what we want. It's called free will.
Yes,
So
sir. Yes,
there
sir.
there's only but so much that we can do, and that's why I agree with your statement because no matter what we try to do, we can't do but so much. It's just not possible.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Mm-hmm.
Wayne's World, thanks so much, fam, for those kind words.
What's up, Wayne's World?
Man, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. He said, "Hello, Mr. Motivation. I think you're one of the nicest YouTubers I've met. Keep up the great work." Man, thank you, bro. Thank you. We trying. We trying. But
I agree. I agree.
thank you, big bro. But I mean, I'm just trying to keep up with everybody else. That's all I'm trying to do. Um,
Sheesh.
that's all I'm trying to do. I look. I can't let y'all leave me.
Man, we all in this race together, bro. And
That's
I'll
it,
say this, man, between your tech videos, between your inspiration and motivation, you setting the example. You leading the way.
man.
Uh
Thank you.
yeah, you can lead from the front and pull everybody along with you, which is what I see you doing more, or you could be behind and steer people in a direction you want them to go. But when you out front, you're an example. So just keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Man, I'm humble, big bro. I appreciate you. I respect you, and hearing those things coming from you and from Wayne's World, and that means a lot, y'all. And eventually we gonna get into it, but I ain't perfect. I got my own struggles. I got my own demons and my own things that I deal with, and
As do I, sir. As do everybody
exactly.
listening.
Exactly. So I just
Yeah.
just you know what I mean. I don't ever want this thing to come across like I don't need this just as much as anybody else here. You know what I mean? I need this just as much as everybody else because we all got the stuff that we dealing with and working on and going through and all of that stuff. So
Cool.
I I appreciate those kind words. I really do.
No doubt, man. Hey, little bro, I'm not gonna hold you up. I'm gonna go ahead and retire early this particular evening, but I
I
do want
got
to say thank you for letting me come. Hey, what's up, Anne Marie? How you doing, sir?
what's
Uh,
going on, Anne Marie? Sassy in the building. What's good, Sassy?
yeah, Anne Marie had a nice live early over there with the kibasas and the beans and the everything she threw together, and it was a good conversation. You know, I was just kind of tucked away in the bushes and
Uh-huh.
but good live. Hey, what's up, Sassy? What's up, Sassy? How y'all doing?
It was. And Anne Marie had me laughing talking about the quiet storm last night. Um Then see, Anne Marie really got me because she pulled out some leftovers. So I told her to just go ahead and shove that container through the screen. She talking about, so you want to get hit in the face with a sausage? No, no, that's not what I said. You said I was hungry. All I said was I was hungry, sis.
You can't get her
Roo,
opportunity
roo.
like that.
What it is, what it is.
What's up, bro? What's going
Man, I
on,
can't
broski?
call it. Man, listen, man. Yeah, part of our history, man, is teaching these children how to work with their hands. You know what I'm saying? Because you
Yeah.
got to remember, a lot of these kids don't know how to work with their hands, man. You know what I'm saying? Because everything is already built.
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard that?
Yep.
You ever heard that statement where they say, "Built, not bought"?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Everything they
Yep.
buy, like you look at those, you look at these hot rod guys. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
go out if they want a fast car, they go out and buy a Dodge Charger or a Dodge Challenger, you
Uh-huh.
know, or a Camaro ZL1E or Corvette.
Uh-huh.
It's built already when
Mm-hmm.
they buy it. You know, they don't put their hands on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I remember back when, and y'all might be just a little too young for this, or y'all might have came in right on the cusp of it. I know African Dreaming probably came right on the cusp of it, but I remember we used to build stick guns with rubber bands and
Oh yeah.
clothespins.
And
Uh-huh.
clothespins. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yes, sir.
These kids don't know that nowadays. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's
Yeah.
it's it's funny because I was watching man a video popped up on my channel the other day. It said kids might not ever know this, man. You remember we used to build those ramps with our bikes with tires stacked on top of
That
Yes,
part.
sir. Yep.
Yeah.
man, it's I look back at that and I say, man, although we lived a dangerous life, we were able to get through it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Right now we hand these
Mm-hmm.
kids everything they want. They don't know how to work for it. They don't know how to, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it like you say, we want our kids to have a better life than we had. But yeah, we gotta teach these kids to, to get their hands dirty. You know what I'm saying?
Look, you remember how you had to bend the corner of that playing card just right so that bike sounded like a bike? You know what I mean? You running around
Right,
Yes,
there.
sir.
Hey,
right, 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 right.
yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Whoa.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep.
So it's what you guys are talking about, man. It's definitely needed to be talked about, and man, like you guys said, I'm hoping somebody can take this and run with it and learn from it. You know what I'm saying? Don't just run with it and keep it in your back pocket. Run with it, learn with it, and share it with everybody.
That's it.
You know.
Facts. Cause you
That's
ain't
it.
taking it with I guarantee that's one thing I guarantee. We didn't really get into it, but I think I might have mentioned it to motivation. But a week ago today, we lost one of our close friends over here.
I'm
Same
sorry to hear
age
that.
as us. Thank you, bro. Same age as us. Business owner, very prominent and popular in the culture and in the community over here.
Mm,
And went to work and that was it. It was game over.
Yeah.
And ever since my mom passed away and my brother passed away, whenever I'm encountered with with circumstances like these, I see the whole world differently. I think about, man, that dude might have put something in the sink that he was gonna eat for dinner that night. You know what I'm saying? Had plans about what he was gonna do. I had to talk to him, a little like recently, like the week before. And
Yeah, yeah,
you know, you leave your house, or sometimes you in your house, and you making all these plans for the future, and you got all these thoughts and ideas, as you should, right?
yes, sir.
But it don't always work out like that, man. And I always think, what 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 would he have done, or she, if it was a she, what would that person have done if they knew it was finna be game over? You know what I'm
Right,
saying? What
right,
How
right,
freely would you live?
right.
What would
Exactly.
you share? What would you express?
Hey, Jay, that's man, that's it goes back to kind of what Joe said. You know, you can be minding your own business and you never know. You know what
Mhm.
I'm
Hmm.
saying? Not to say that was the same situation, but I I,
No,
I
no, no,
also
no.
I also got a interesting story like that, man. You know, I hear all these people talk about eat healthy, do this, do that. And there's nothing wrong with that. I agree with that
Right.
all. You know what I'm saying? Although I'm a junk food eater. Uh I uh I knew a guy, man, dude didn't have an ounce of fat on him nowhere. Used to
Mhm.
Hmm.
jog 3 to 5 miles every other day or whatever.
Mhm.
When dropped his car off to get service, they asked him did he need a shuttle home. He told them, "Nah, I think I'm a jog home today." Jogged home, lived about 2.5 miles away from the car dealership. Jogged home, got home. His mother was bedridden because she had a stroke. She told him, "Hey, honey, I want a glass of milk." Man said, "Okay, mama, go in there and get your glass, bring it right back." Went in the kitchen, man, and died.
God knows.
Went in the kitchen and died. Dropped dead. His mother screaming his name, screaming his name. You know, where you at? Where you at? Where the milk at? Why you ain't answering me? You know what I'm saying? Calling his cell phone. You know what I'm saying? Why you ain't answer me? Then she figured, let me call somebody and have them come over and see what's going on. Cause he just went in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So somebody come over and found him in the kitchen with a glass of milk on the counter. He had dropped dead, man.
Got to be. And just jogged 2 miles home.
And he was in
Oh,
his and he was in his 30s.
man, listen. I'm telling you. Now I'm gonna mention this real quick while Jay is here because I like to throw these things out here because we always trying to get everybody in their feelings because that's when we can get some good information and we can
Yes,
get
sir.
some things going. And we've been discussing how time and unforeseen circumstances and the importance of sharing knowledge. But I'm gonna tell you, change starts with the simplest of things.
Yes, sir.
Because you take a tidal wave, it started with one droplet of water,
Yes. Oh yeah.
and every other droplet followed along. And before you know it, you are moving mountains.
Yes, sir.
So when we start this thing together, man, there's no telling where we can get to if we just stick in this thing together and try to help each other out.
Yeah. Welcome in on the Facebook
Right.
platform. JMT.
What's going on, Janella? How you doing, sis? Thank you for being here.
Yeah, it's it's I hear what people say, you know what I'm saying? I just say, like y'all say, pass along the information that you got, share it. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody ain't gonna want to hear it, but at the same time, I think everybody will uh somebody will take heed to it. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Somebody will take heed to it.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a matter of discernment, and I don't think it's wrong with people being selective in who they choose
Yes, sir.
to
Yes, sir.
share all that, because you know what I'm saying, you don't put your whole world in your will because you don't know everybody. But the
Yeah.
people that you meet in this life, who you see and you know worthy of the information you willing to bestow upon them,
Yeah.
go on give it to them. Go
Yeah.
on give it to them, because
Yes, sir.
man, I had to step away. I answered the phone. I had stepped away, so I ain't hear everything Big Rooster said. But man, look here, y'all. When one of the hardest parts, and I'm not trying to make this a morbid conversation at all. I'm trying to stick to the topic, but one of the
Okay.
hardest things about some of the closest people I've lost in this life, people who transitioned and went on to the next, was all they stuff still being here. All they stuff. This
Woo!
accumulation of all these physical, tangible items that some of them could have been more or less meaningless, and other ones had sentiment that was
Yes,
shared
sir.
over generations, but nonetheless they not here, but that stuff is. It's the same way with these thoughts. It's the same way with that poem you wish you had wrote. It's the same
Mhm.
way with that person you wish you had told you love them. It's the same thing with that book that you know you started on 2 or 3 times but you never finished it.
Mhm.
It's almost like you depriving the world of all that knowledge, man.
That's it.
That's true.
Um,
That's true.
Real quick, I just want to say, Anne Marie, man, I'm so sorry to hear that about your dad. I hope he's
Anne
doing
Marie
good.
and Sass. Anne Marie and Sass. Sorry to hear that about y'all
Uh,
dad.
Oh, I hadn't
condolences,
gotten
y'all.
on the phone.
Condolences.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
Good gracious.
Yeah. In their forties,
Oh,
man. Yeah. Hey,
My goodness.
that history thing, man, is it's you see all these people trying to stop this history, man. But I had an interesting I had a grandmother that lived till she was 100. And
Yeah.
she it was interesting. One day we were just having a conversation and she told me how she met my grandfather. And she say my grandfather and them used to come and hang out and where they used to wash the clothes at down by the river in
uh-huh,
Vicksburg, Mississippi.
uh-huh,
And he was in the tree industry. You know what I'm
Oh
uh-huh,
saying?
wow.
And she say, man, we used to go out there and watch them cut them trees down, and it wasn't no heavy machinery back then. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? It was all chains, well, not chainsaws, but them big old saws that two men pull side by
Handsaws.
side.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hmm.
listen, man, and she said, you never pay attention, but they used to tie like 5 or 6 oxen together and just
Mm-hmm.
whip them until they pull a whole tree stump out the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yep.
was like,
Yep.
wow, I never knew that. And it's just a little bit of history there, man. That just to hear that, you know what I'm saying, coming from somebody that was, you know, at the
Yeah.
time she told me the story, she was in her 70s, 70s or 80s, and
Wow.
Yeah.
she had a vivid memory all the way up until she got about 95, and then she started losing it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah.
just yeah, like I think it was Sammy Joe said, if you get a chance to sit down and talk with the elders,
Mm-hmm.
do that. You know what I'm saying? Listen to them, check them out. You know what I'm saying? Hear what they got to say, because they got great stories. And like y'all say, man, that's that's a that's the biggest library right there. Like you said, Jay, I heard you say it a couple weeks ago that the biggest
Mm-hmm.
library is in the cemetery.
Yes,
You know.
sir.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
That's
You
it.
know, I got first off, man, shout out to all them people, because anybody who lived to 100 years old, being from
Yes.
East Texas and having traveled, I done been in Vicksburg, Mississippi. And
Hmm.
baby, hell, it's still rough now. Vicksburg, Mississippi, a
Hmm.
hundred some years ago, and you
Hmm.
lived to 100,
Hmm.
you ain't got nothing but stories and wisdom.
Hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
like when my brother passed, I still talk to my nephew all the time, and he keep my mind fresh because I thought I would reach a point where I just ran out of stories, stuff
Yeah.
me and his daddy did back when we was teenagers. You know what I'm saying? And it's something. It's always still more to say there if you got
Yeah.
somebody to pull it out of you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I know both of y'all are parents. I'm not a parent, so I can't really come from the parent perspective. But even right now in a lot of schools saying they're not gonna teach this no more. They're not gonna teach that no more. This is not a
Mm-hmm.
political discussion. That's not what this is. I feel a certain responsibility personally for me to make sure that all my nieces and nephews can openly pick my brain. So the
Yes.
onus ain't on an institution to instill whatever they need to know.
Yes,
That's
sir.
on me. I
Yes,
gotta
sir.
tell them the stories. I gotta tell them
Yeah.
our family history and our legacies and what we've been through and where I see us headed.
Yes,
So
sir.
That part.
That's just where I'm coming from with it. And I think that history has shown me and taught me from the little bit that I know, man, the spoils always go to the victor. History has
Yeah.
been rewritten
I'm
a
telling you.
1,000 times, and it's going to be written 1,000 times again.
Yes,
It's
sir.
on us to let our people know.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I mentioned that thing about the tidal wave, because change has to start somewhere. Someone has to do something to be the catalyst of the change. And all I'm asking is, if you're here in the chat right now for the live stream, or if you catch it on the replay, think of something that you would want to share if today was your last day, and find somebody to share it with. Let's just start this thing today, helping people to help people by sharing knowledge.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, not to
Uh,
change the subject, but I got a real quick question for you,
Sure.
Mr. Famous.
Fire away, Mr. Hype Man.
No. It's funny because I was watching your video twice. You know, I'm watching on YouTube while we're on StreamYard,
Uh-huh.
but I noticed they've been running ads during your
Yes.
live.
Uh-huh.
When did
Yeah.
they start doing that? Is that an option you put in?
It's a new thing that YouTube is doing. So
Okay.
so I'm gonna mention this. I'm gonna mention this real quick. We finna turn this into a quick tech tips. That's what we about to do. That's what we about
I
to
didn't
do
mean
right
to
now.
change the subject. It was new to me. I haven't seen that.
No, you good, big
nah,
bro.
that was a
You
good
good.
question, bro.
You good. And I just happened to stumble upon it. Now, one of the things that we're going to be talking about really soon, and I'm hoping to record the quick tech tips video tonight, is the importance of mid B-roll ads, or YouTube calls it mid something. And
Mm-hmm.
basically what that means is, if you let YouTube select when you are going to have ads, they may put 2 to 3 at the most. But you can go into the studio and you can custom select where you want your ads and how many you want to have.
Okay.
So I go back in and I'm trying to do like they do in the movies and in the TV shows when they get to the best part and then a
Yeah.
commercial comes.
That's what that was going to be my next question for
Yeah,
you.
that's it. So you're able to do that for your old live streams and for your long form content. So you can do it before you make it public. I'm gonna show you real quick.
Hey, Nikki.
All right, what's up,
What's
sis? How
going
you
on,
doing, Nick?
Nikki? How you doing, sis? Hold on. There we go. Let me share my screen. We're gonna
But I didn't want us to get off topic, Joe. If I didn't say nothing the first time when I first came, I was like, wait a minute, that was an ad
You
popping
good?
up
You
while I
good?
was watching.
You good? You good? There's no problem at all.
Okay.
There's no problem at all. Okay, so let me see. How can I? There we go. So we'll go to live streams. And
Yeah, the grind with Will. I think YouTube Premium. Yeah, if you got that, I think you can blow right through ads. You don't
uh-huh.
have to. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you sure can. So for like this is what we're gonna talk about tomorrow. Are you building an empire? And it's gonna be based on Sanford and Son. So I'm encouraging everybody to come back. We are going to have so much fun clowning and talking about that thing. But I set the stream up in StreamYard, but then I went to YouTube Studio, and now in YouTube Studio, I went to edit the stream. And when you come down here to monetization, no, see, I'm glad I checked because I need to turn monetization on for this. I hadn't checked yet. So So I'm gonna turn monetization on. And now there's this new option down here. Automatically place mid-roll ads during your stream. So when you check that and save it, it means that now during the live stream, YouTube is going to automatically add in some ads for you during the live stream.
Gotcha.
So I do that so that there's some ads during the stream, and then once the stream is over, I do 15-minute intervals. So every 15 minutes, I'll put in an ad, and I try to pick a good spot where somebody comes in or somebody leaves or I say something stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So I encourage everybody to do it, especially those of us that go live often, like both of my big bros on the panel right now. It's just another way to generate additional revenue to be able to do more that you want to do for content and help everybody out.
Anne Marie had a good question there. She says she just checked. Can you do it from the app, not just the laptop?
I don't think you can do it from the app. Matter of fact, I know you can't do it from the app because I tried to do it from the app on my phone the other day and I couldn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially if you got Apple devices. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Okay.
Apple little.
She say you can do it. She say you can do it. She just checked.
Oh, okay. Well, that's excellent. I don't know what I did wrong that day, but thank you for letting me know, Anne Marie, because now I can do it on the fly.
Yeah. Hey, you know it's already a lot of changes, y'all, and there's gonna be a whole lot more changes coming to. I talked to Joe about this a little bit, and I'm gonna touch on it. I ain't trying to throw in a plug here or nothing like that, bro. But
Bruh, first of all, I need you to make a hole and then plug that thing. Go ahead. You good?
okay, on tomorrow's show, I might touch on this a little bit. I've seen at least 3 content creators with either over 1 million or right at 1 million plus subscribers from another platform that's got a whole lot of controversy going on right now, shifting all of those people over to this platform and maybe a few others. I say this with all sincerity, y'all. It's gonna be some changes. Anticipate the algorithm being a little janky for the next month or so, in my opinion, because I think a whole bunch of people finna flow over here to this YT space, and a whole lot of people who again, I think I mentioned this to Joe. If you just start a channel and you got 5 subscribers, who cares? If you finna start a YouTube channel and you got 5 million, that's a whole different ball game.
Whole different ball game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's gonna be crazy, and I'm hoping I'll be around when that happens because there's some IT information that I can share that will kind of help it all to make sense and perspective. But I'm gonna tell you, that's why building this community is so important, because when everything changes, you're gonna always have your core regulars that know. Hey, I know on Fridays when I'm not in the gym, Ruru going live, and
yes,
that
sir.
man gonna give away some money too. So
Yes, sir. Yes,
look,
sir.
hey Jay, what is it you always say on your live stream? When somebody comes in, you say you better get in here.
Yeah, you better get in here and enjoy yourself.
Enjoy
Yes,
yourself.
sir.
I love when he say that. You better get
Look,
on up in there and enjoy yourself.
you better listen. Take my advice. You better go on and get over there in Ruru's spot come Friday and go ahead and win you some money.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, who was that you had up there? I know, I was, we team replay because you come on, boy, it'd be late. But who was it, man? Gardner, LMV, I can't remember her name. You had on this past
Salon
Diva.
Salon Diva,
yeah, Salon Diva.
She helped me out a
So,
lot when them buyers can't make it.
right.
I really
And I mean,
appreciate it too.
we gotta support each other.
Yes,
And
sir.
I hate that we gotta be team replay as much as we are.
Oh man,
But
listen, man. Hey man, I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, if you only get a 5 minutes to watch, man, I appreciate it, brother.
So
no
no,
doubt, bro. No doubt.
so and that's what this whole family thing is doing. We are building a community, and the support has to be real. And I'm mentioning that because of what you just said, Rooster. We got to be past this point of being mad if somebody don't watch all our content.
Hey,
Like,
you right.
I mean, because listen, I'm going live near about 7 days a week. Sometimes I don't even make my own stream. How am I gonna be mad?
Look at Nikki telling fibs in your chat though, man.
What'd she say?
Ooh, them Benjamins.
What?
Hey, yeah. Hey, she right. I give away $100 every 2.5 months. It takes 2.5 months to give it away.
Hell, I stay awake for that one. I'll stay up.
Hey, listen, $10 a week, 2.5 weeks.
Oh, look, this is funny. And it was last week. Wayne's World commented on one of my videos. He's like, "Are you a taxi driver?" Because every time I see you in the car,
I remember
that. That's funny.
Yeah, it doesn't drive. You're right. Oh man.
Hey y'all, listen, don't come to my channel expecting $100, y'all. Don't let Nikki and Anne Marie get y'all all disappointed.
Look, they be like, "Where the other zero?"
Right. They're gonna be like, man, they was saying 100. They only giving away 10. And then he asked me, can he borrow it back? Scratching
What's
Pete.
going on, Pete? I got you, Nikki. I got you. I'll take you to Elm Street, sis. I'll take you to Elm Street.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that was interesting. But I didn't want to take you off the subject. But man, I saw that and I was like, oh man, that's just what is they doing? I'm like, man, my look, I thought I had hit a button and went to somebody else's live. I was like, wait a minute. No, this is still on Joe's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, still Joe.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you said something, and it's kind of a nice little teaser because I'm gonna go into it a little bit more in depth in the quick tech tips video. But knowing the tools that YouTube gives us, it just allows us to be able to leverage it to do what we're trying to do. It makes a difference.
Yeah. Anne Marie with that $100 Cash App Fridays accumulates over 2 months. Oh yeah, that is true. Huh? That's $400 a year. I'm guessing, huh? $400. That's actually more. That's four. Oh man, we got 2 months left, so that's that's
a nice little chunk of change.
Yeah, it is. That's 480. 480, huh? A year. Wait a minute.
Talk about dedication.
I'm gonna need some social. Listen, you said you ain't asked for no socials, but I think I'm gonna ask for some socials. I'm gonna claim somebody. I'm gonna start after claiming somebody on these taxes.
For real. Everybody dependent.
Thank you so much, Anne Marie, for dropping African Dreaming's link.
Yes. Thank you, sis. Appreciate you.
To drop. You've already dropped Ruru. Mr. Giveaway $100.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. 52 weeks a year, 520.
Half a G a year. I'll take it.
But that really speaks to the dedication and how willing you are to help the community, because you putting your money where your mouth is. You know what I mean? And that's to be commended. That's to be commended.
Yeah. That's every once in a while, I get a little happy, and I give away 2 of them on one night. And then every once in a while, I get somebody in the crowd say, give away another one, and I'll foot it. I'll be like, man, that's really live right there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's live right there.
And you know what, bro? It really ain't just the amount. It's about
Yes,
the
sir.
fun.
Right, the
It's the
fun.
Yeah,
Yes,
fun
sir.
that we have. Cause I done seen plenty of people be like, "Now give it to so and so." Oh,
Right,
now give
right,
it to so and so. It ain't even
right.
uh-huh.
about the money as much as it is about just
The
the
yes, sir.
hoping you win and the laughing and the community and y'all. I'm
Yeah,
telling you, I think that might be one of the most underrated things on the planet right now, and that's a sense of community.
Yes, sir.
Cause
I'm telling you.
everybody need one.
Yeah. And sad to say, not everybody got one.
These is facts, bro. These facts right here.
So somebody said shout them out. I don't recall shouting nobody out, but what did we shout somebody? Okay, Saz, so I'm gonna shout you out. So
What happened?
she told me I better shout her out.
Oh,
I think I did
What's up,
earlier.
Sass?
Yo, you better shout her out.
I'm just glad you did, Ruru. You get to live another day.
Yeah, that's funny.
We got
That's
Joe
funny.
VAQ. What's going on? Thanks so much for checking in. We
Nigga talking
appreciate
about what is he
you.
talking about?
What's up, Jova Q? What's up, bro? Hey, Rooster, I want to tell you too, man. The hat and the sweatshirt, fire, bro.
Hey
Dope,
man. Hey, listen,
dope.
my boy, my partner that made me that little voiceover saying, y'all, it's time to sit down and watch Big Rooster Stoke because Turkey ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
He seen that. He said, man, I got to have me one. I got to give him one of those for making me the little voiceover. So I asked him what size and color. So hey, listen, that shirt, when I saw it on, when I saw him Bias had it on, I said, I got to have me one of those.
Yeah.
So that's actually, that sweatshirt has actually been done for like, oh man, 2-3 months now, 2 months.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
So,
wow.
but I had sent her some other stuff, so I didn't want her to send two packages. So, I had sent my daughter's
Uh-huh.
aprons and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
yeah, that is
Man, we
cool. I
ordered
like
some of
that
our
shirt.
own swag. Bro,
Yeah,
we ordered
yeah.
some of
Cool.
our own swag 2 months ago. Ain't got
Uh
it
huh.
yet.
Ain't got it.
Man, it take
Really?
sometimes stuff get to Africa quick, and sometimes stuff get to East Africa like, bro. It take a
Wow.
long time, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
East
actually.
Africa.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ruru. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you didn't. I was just saying East Africa. That's a slow boat there, man, or
Hey,
or a
hey,
Yeah.
super long flight.
hey, Jay. I was in Food Line yesterday. No,
Mm-hmm.
Friday, Saturday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
One day this weekend, man. I walked by that top shelf of them sardines. I said, man, I'm gonna tell you something. In just a little bit,
Oh,
I gotta get a package together to go ahead and send across the water, cause there ain't nothing like some good old
oh man.
sardines.
Hey man, next time take a picture. Next time take a picture.
I will.
I'm
Man,
just
I
telling
will.
you,
listen, man.
my taste ain't changed. Oh, go
I,
ahead, Ruth.
I
My
wish I
bad.
could can y'all up one of them baconators, man. Send
Man,
it
that's
to
all.
April, man.
Man, that's what I was just finna say. That's right up April alley. If you could, what they can it,
Yeah.
get put by three of them off in there and just can them and send. Boy,
Hey,
Hey,
said
look.
put about
Hey,
three of
look.
them off in.
This, this is what you do, Ruru. You get you a baconator, get you a knife, cut off two sides, and stick the middle in the mason jar. And then in another mason jar, stick the two halves on the edges, and then just stick that.
Oh my god.
That
Oh
way
man,
it
that
stick.
is funny.
hey,
That's
y'all
funny.
just don't know. Sometimes it's the little things, man. It's
Right,
the
Yeah.
right,
little thing. Hell,
right.
I'm over here. I done ran out of Boston baked beans that Gina versus Gina sent me, so I done started working on these Werther's originals. April called me an old man. She said I'm the only person in the world she know like Werther's under
No,
60. But
no, you're
I
not.
like them.
I love Werther's. That's my favorite candy.
Okay, bet. See, you got taste, bro. You got taste.
Listen,
No,
I don't even know what Werthers are.
Man, you
I'm
gonna make me turn my camera on, boy.
Yeah, hey, I really don't. I really don't, man. All I really, I'm not a big candy eater. I'm a big chocolate eater. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
yeah.
I really, I only used to buy candy when I didn't have enough money to buy chocolate.
I
Yeah.
got you. I
Man,
got
it's a hard candy. It's caramel. It's one of them caramel hard candy.
Yeah.
Bruh, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, man, it's like a party going on in your mouth and everybody invited. No.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, Jay, the
What's up?
the caramel filled ones, and because you got the regular hard candy Werther's Originals, then you got the soft candy caramel Werther's Originals, and then you got the other joints that have filling on the inside.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm about to go to the store.
Hey man, the only hard candy that's better than that to me, I'm telling you, man, I can't explain it, man. Them doggone chocolate raisin.
Oh
bruh.
yeah, those are good.
I remember those.
Good.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, those are good.
What's up, David Cobra and Texas Gambles and Scratch and Pete and Rambo? Hello, Rambo.
There we go. I needed the accent.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, look, I gotta say this while David Corey's in here. If y'all did not get a chance to check out the latest story time, that live stream that we did last night, if you don't go for nothing else, go just to watch David Corey's comments. Because when I tell you, I couldn't even concentrate on my own doggone story. David had me dying laughing at myself.
Well, since you giving it up, hey, African Dreaming, I got to tell you now before you find out in the streets.
What happened?
We had a little fun talking about the Worthingtons last night on 755 Media.
I ain't even
Me
seen
and Tori.
it.
Tori and 755.
They went in on the Worthingtons.
No, we didn't really go in. You know how I say the Archibald.
Oh, the Archibald. Oh yeah,
Archer eyebrows and pen envelope. Boy, they was homie in the chat. You better leave the Worthingtons out of there.
I just wanted
you to know that because you gonna find out one way or another. Because I know somebody gonna say something.
Hey, you can say whatever you want to say about them folk. We don't like them no way.
Look, they too sedity. Is that what you're saying?
Just a little bit. A little sedity.
Look at David Corey. Look at David Corey. Because Kinfolk came in. That's the only reason I told you.
See, David, he was getting ahead of it. He knew it. I heard what he said. He said, you're going to find out one way or another.
Man.
He was like, let me go on tell him now.
Yeah, let me go and get a look because Deborah Garrett was in there and everything.
Yeah. She said,
hey, Miss Deborah, how you doing?
Yeah, man. So just wanted to get it out there now, man, because you're going to hear about it.
Man, I have got to go back and watch that because I missed it. I got to go back and watch that.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, I got to go ahead and get in this gym so I can attempt to get me a workout in.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you having me.
Always,
African Dreaming. It's always a pleasure.
Listen, whenever the link is dropped, Ruru, you always welcome. African Dreaming, you always welcome.
Thank you, bro.
Hey, this is family. You know what I mean? So
no doubt.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
So I just want to say thank you publicly to African Dreaming. Thank you publicly to Ruru, Big Brewster Show. I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat for watching, for commenting, for not skipping those new ads that we talked about, because your boy is trying to improve the content. So I appreciate you.
That's what's
I
up.
want you
Yes.
Hey, listen, man.
Right,
you gotta do that chopped and he gotta do that chopped and screwed though, African Dreaming. He gotta get that yes, chopped and screwed, man.
But hey, Joe don't come on, man. He one of them cacky lacky fella. He don't know nothing about that chopped and screwed, man.
Nah.
Oh, okay, he gotta do it like that Petey Pablo, huh? Oh,
yeah, he gotta go Petey
Pablo. I was going to say, are we chopping vegetables?
Some people call it that.
Yeah,
that's what some people call it.
You know what I'm saying? You know that song be going, they be rapping, they be flowing, and they say,
Yeah.
chop the screw, and we get it on the flow. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? They going all the way down for you.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna work on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm gonna work on it. We gonna get it together. We gonna get it together. But
All right, man. Well, appreciate you again, brother. And
always,
yeah,
Yeah,
I
man.
know it
Thank you
is.
for
I
having me.
know it is, David Corey. That's why I was saying Joe gonna have to get that yes, chopped and screwed.
look. I'm gonna send it over there to you so you can dub it in the studio and then send it back to me.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, I made a screw song about goat, man. It's over. You go look at some folk. Joe, did you see that? Did y'all
I
see
didn't
that?
see that one either, Jay.
Yeah, you know, in Kiswahili, goat is mbuzi, Mbuzi, and
Uh-huh.
yeah. Me and April made a little. It was a lot, man. That's like 8-9 months old. But yeah, it's got a little screw in it. It's chopped up. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna go find it. David, stop it.
Damn, just laugh. That's what I was laughing at. That's what I was laughing at. I was like, Joe. Wow.
I can't mess with David. I cannot mess with David. But man, thank you all. I appreciate you. I'm in a good mood to go in this gym, try to destroy this body so we can come back stronger. I appreciate
No
you
doubt.
all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Peace, man.
Sizzle.
All right.
Peace. Y'all take care.
All right.
Thank
We'll
y'all
holler.
both so much. Boy, listen, I'm going to tell you something. We got family, we got community, we got each other. This was an amazing live stream that covered so many things that I didn't even anticipate. But we appreciate you being here. And tomorrow's gonna be the same thing. We finna talk about some more stuff. We're gonna laugh some more. We're gonna have a good time. We appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I'll check my email, Emery. I'll make sure to check my email. I'm behind on that. But remember, stay strong, stay positive, stay active. Geek Squad. Let's play these members on the way out, and we will see you tomorrow. Y'all take care.